Hebrews chapter 11 is a magnificent chapter. It's a roll call, if you will, of the Faith Hall of Fame. It's heroes and heroines of the faith, and it's really all of Hebrews chapter 11 is an illustration of the last verses of Hebrews chapter 10, which is calling us not to shrink back and be lost, but to hold on to faith and to be saved. And then all of chapter 11 is examples of people who held on to their faith and so were blessed by God. And Hebrews 11 begins with the meaning of faith, a definition of faith. In Hebrews 11, verse 1, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. And this is telling us a couple key things, right? Faith is, first of all, the assurance or substance of things hoped for. So faith is, what are you hoping in? Who are you hoping in? What are you hoping for? It's the assurance of things hoped for. If I have faith or trust in Jesus, that means I have confidence, I have conviction. I'm placing my faith in Jesus. An illustration I've used many times, even in these devotions, is you can have very little faith in a very strong object and you are safe. You can have a whole lot of faith in the wrong person or thing and it won't do you any good. And an example as we move closer to winter in New England is you can think about ice on a pond or a lake. You can have great faith, but if the ice is only this thick, great faith in the ice isn't going to save you. You can have very little faith, but if the ice is 1.5 feet thick, you'll be fine. And so faith is the assurance of things hoped for. We are assured, we have confidence, and it's the conviction of things not seen. Part of our faith, which is part of the mystery of our faith, is that we believe in a God who we can't physically see, like we can see a desk or a chair or a lamp. It's the conviction of things not seen. And then all of Hebrews chapter 11 goes on to talk about people, beginning with Abel and then moving on to talk about Abraham and so many others who had faith in God and faith to move forward and to do the things they did, even without seeing what they hoped for. And so faith involves trust. And I can trust people even when I don't see them. Even when I don't see my wife, Jill, I know I can trust that she is there and she has a love and a care for me. I know that I can trust her character and who she is. And in the same way, even though we don't see God, we can trust God's character. We can believe that God loves us by all the evidence that we have of that in our life, even if God's self is not seen. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. And as Paul says in 1 Corinthians 13, when we do die, when we do come into the presence of God, then we will see clearly and fully.